All right, so now we're taking a look at your SE series, or the SE16. Why don't you kind of, give us a rundown of who this stick's going to be more geared towards?
Well, what we did in this stick is we really concentrated on feel and balance. We wanted to be able to make sure that the composite technology, really had a superior feel to be able to, stick handle and handle the puck. And so this is really for somebody who's pretty crafty. We utilize Zetterberg to kind of convey that message, a guy that handles the puck really well. Great passes in the slot, can handle a quick pass and get a shot off, and that's really what the stick is all about.
Yeah, now, so how, it's focusing on that balance feel. Now, how did you guys achieve, because I mean, definitely when you pick it up, it feels, extremely balanced.
Yeah.
For a sake, I mean, you definitely don't have that blade heavy feel to it. How did you guys accomplish that?
Well, going into a little bit of details on the layup, we actually tapered the design of the plies so that there's more weight towards the heel. Okay. And bringing the weight closer to your hands provides that, blade-like balance, and, it really kind of shifts the weight from the blade to the shaft, giving you that sense of balance that you're talking about.
Now, I understand also with that focus weight, you're also, concentrating a little more material up at the upper portion?
Exactly. In terms of focus weight, what we wanted to do is go after, again, enhancing the feel of the puck. And so we reduced the overall weight of the blade by 15 grams. And then we redistributed that weight in the form of a different material right there in the impact zone where you come in contact with the puck. And what that does is controls the puck's reaction when it hits the blade, keeping it on it. And it really tries to replicate the feel and sensation you get with the ST stick, but using a pre-preg blade. So you get the benefit of a lighter weight with enhanced feel.
Okay, so you're still going to have that kind of soft feel when receiving the pass, and then puck handling is not going to be overly lively.
What we noticed when we were testing it is that when you're holding the stick pretty rigidly and you have the focus weight technology in the blade, that the puck doesn't vibrate and bounce off of the blade. You see a lot of times guys trying to catch passes and they bounce a little bit in front of them and they have trouble kind of controlling it. But with the focus weight technology, it keeps the puck on the blade to allow them to control it better when the stick handling and catching passes.
Yeah, now, I mean, how did you guys come up with that? Was it just kind of through the research and development, or anything that really, jumped out was like, hey, we got to go down this direction?
One of the things that we were doing a long time ago is actually just taking the predecessor to this, the SE, and we're putting lead tape from a golf shop on the back of the blade. And we were doing it in the heel, we were doing it in the mid and out by the toe. And just figuring out, what are the different sensations and understanding why and how it changes the way the puck reacts when it hits the blade. And what we noticed that the optimum location was right there in the impact zone where you're catching the puck. And it also helps for when you're shooting. So that's really where the focus weight technology came from.
Yeah, I mean, definitely has that nice solid feel to it. And then as far as the shaft construction, all that, I understand it's utilizing that same top-of-the-line features as the rest of it?
Exactly. This shaft also has the Kevlar wrap, which provides vibration dampening for feel and impact protection for durability. One of the things we did with this particular shaft is we also reduced the weight by 15 grams, basically from top to bottom. And then what we did is reintroduce the weight in a different form, a material that's in the top portion of the shaft, which acts as a counterbalance to, again, create that blade-like feel. Yeah. So basically with your bottom hand acting as like a hinge point, since you hold the stick in this way, it creates counterbalance, making the blade seem lighter.
Yeah, I mean, definitely I think it's one of the, more balanced sticks out there. Well, thanks for giving us a rundown, and let's take a look at the S19 or the Stealth series.
Okay.